Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri 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 Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Hari Om to everybody.
Pranam Swamiji. Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam, pranam, pranam. So we had finished 7 slokas in chapter number 11. Now we go to the 8th, sloka number 53. Spiritual longing can be intense yet incomplete. This was Meera's experience. Despite years of devout rituals, fasting, study, charity, she still felt a void, a silent distance between her devotion and divine response. One evening, wearied by effort but not by love, she sat before her lamp-lit altar. In that moment, she dropped all expectations. No more rituals, no more pleas, just childlike love and inward silence remained. And then something shifted. A wave of deep peace and joy enveloped her. There was no vision, no divine voice, only a profound presence filling the space within. Later, Meera would simply say, I did everything to find God, but only when I gave up everything, I found Him waiting. What years of spiritual effort could not reveal, this letting go did. Her awakening echoes chapter 11, sloka number 53. Naham Vedirna tapasa na dane na te chejya shakya evam vido drashtum drashtavanasi mam yatha. Naham Vedirna tapasa na danena na chejya shakya evam vidho drashtum drishtavanasi mam yatha. No, not through Vedas, penance, charity or ritual sacrifice can one behold me in this form as you have seen me now. In that moment the Gita revealed itself, not through books or rites, but by becoming subservient to the power behind all functioning. The search ends when the seeker dissolves. It is the awakening to the truth that the self is ever free, untouched by birth, death, ritual. The Gita does not dismiss any path, but gently reminds us that truth transcends all disciplines and forms. A very, very important for all of us. Not that we should stop doing anything. that Meera's awakening should come. Not that somebody says, Hmm? Ah, ah. This word is very important. The search ends when the seeker dissolves. What does it mean?
Swamiji, search ends.
Hmm?
When you find yourself, the self is in itself self.
When you find yourself, the self is the self.
Yes. Anything else? Anything else? All of us are passing through this struggle. So this is a great eye-opener. The search ends when the seeker dissolves. Hmm?
Swamiji, stillness, Swamiji.
She's in stillness.
Stillness. Yes, then. Naham vaidyarna tapasa na dhanena na tejya shakya evam vidam drashtum drishtavanasi mam yatha.
Now, when you start negating, when you finish negating, there's nothing left to negate. You just give up. That probably is it.
Now, the simple truth we feel, everybody can develop their own. When we read this sloka for our this journey, immediately when we stopped this reading, we were contemplating. You have asked us to do so many disciplines, and one fine morning you say, when you let go only it will be there. What is this? So then we start thinking, deliberating. So what became clear to us was, even when we were not knowing about His presence, even when we were not doing any such activities to realize the presence, He has been with us, So what does it mean then? Our job only is to become aware. Right from the Bijam state till this moment, He has been with us. We would not have done Ramnam, we would not have met a master, we would not have done bhajan, we would not have done this or that, no? So many things we have done under the banner of spirituality. Very good. All those things are necessary to exhaust all our attempts. Otherwise, we will not reach this state. To know that the search ends when the seeker dissolves, the searcher has to be there, And the searcher, when he finds that all his disciplines, when he tried with all sincerity, it is not making him aware of his presence. Suddenly this revelation comes. I have not asked you to do all these things. I am already there with you. Don't you know that? Even when you were not doing any of these things, even when you denied the existence of me, even then I have been with you. Because you are not separate from me. So then it becomes clear that all that we are praying only, make us, whatever we do, it should be with the feeling that I should become aware of your presence. That's all.
Swamiji, there has to be a shift of focus.
Suddenly you become aware.
When will that be, Swamiji?
Meera got it, we will also get it. What did she do?
She let go.
I did everything to find God. One evening, wearied by effort but not by love, she sat before her lamplit altar. In that moment, she dropped all expectations. No more rituals, no more pleas. Just childlike love and inward silence remained. And then something shifted. A wave of deep peace and joy enveloped her. There was no vision, no divine voice, only a profound presence filling the space within. Later, Meera would simply say, I did everything to find God, but only when I gave up everything, I found Him waiting. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham.
Swamiji, இப்போ எங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சும் தெரியாம இருக்கு.
தெரிஞ்சும் தெரியாமல் இருக்கு. அது அவர்கிட்ட சொல்லணுமே. நம்ம வெளியில தானே சொல்றோம்.
சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கோம் சுவாமிஜி, ஒண்ணுமே பிரயோஜனம் இல்லை. கேட்கறதே இல்லை.
கேப்பார். Some price, yes, we have not paid the full price. Don't get dispirited. He is taking us, holding our hands and taking us. Why should this sloga come to us? Of all the 700 slogas, this particular sloga stands out now in our mind. That he made us to get in touch with all these things. Nirvana Shatkam, everybody knows, Have we reflected upon it?
No, Swamiji.
Then how can we blame him? He has provided everything. Somewhere in the corner of our mind, we have to keep all these things. That is why he is facilitating. Whatever may be our preoccupations, preconceived notions, somewhere in the mind we have to keep it. He has given us. J.P. Vaswani ji used to say, one famous, I am not alone, you are with me. मैं अकेला नहीं हूँ, आप हमारा साथ हैं. What does it mean? We repeat, we hear. Unless the reflection takes place. Here also we have gone through that, I am there in the beginning, in the middle and the end. Have we applied? We have covered 7th chapter. There he says, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. If he is the Bijam, he is with us, Simple. So nothing new. So it doesn't mean that all these rituals were in vain. No. These rituals have made Meera to reach this state. Whatever expectations, whatever sadhana she was doing. The mind has been slowly prepared. Chanting of Ram Nam Okay, for decades we have been doing it on mechanical level, we have not applied our mind. We find joy at the time of chanting bus. We never intensely aspired that I should become one with him. But now when we start chanting Nama, we will not stop Nama. But now we are very clear. Why are we chanting the Nama? Only to become aware of him. There should be some activity to make us constantly remember this. So you are with me, you have been with me, why don't you make me aware of this? The perspective slightly changes. So don't think whatever he made us to do, it is in vain. No. Nothing will go in vain. Naham Vedena Tapasa.
Childlike love she had.
Huh?
There is that other point, childlike love.
Yeah. That is her. Just childlike love and inward silence remain. A wave of deep peace and joy enveloped them.
Relationship with God probably had been created in our heart.
The search ends when the seeker dissolves. It is the awakening to the truth that the self is ever free, untouched by birth, death, or ritual. The Gita does not dismiss any path, but gently reminds us that truth transcends all disciplines and forms. Come back. We move to the ninth. A renowned violinist was once asked the secret behind his mesmerizing performances. He replied, "When I play, I do not feel the bow, the strings, or even my own hands. There is no me, only music. My sense of self dissolves and I become the melody itself." In those moments, the boundaries between the musician and the music vanish. The drinker and the drink become one. There is no effort, no separation, just pure, unbroken flow.
What is the caption for this?
Huh?
Please repeat.
Caption for this.
Caption for this.
Oh.
What is the caption for this?
Passion.
Passion.
Passion. Huh?
No. What is the caption?
Eh?
CAPTION.
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 What is the caption for this?
Fusion. This experience mirrors the state of a true devotee, wholly absorbed in love for the divine. In the depths of devotion, the worshipper forgets himself or herself. Desires, fears, sense of individuality, all that remains is the act of worship, the presence of the Lord, and the unifying thread of love that binds them together. The devotee is no longer a separate being. He or she is lost in the beloved, their identity dissolved in the act of surrender. This is the essence of the teaching of in sloga number 54. Bhaktya Tvananyaya Shakya Ahamevam Vidho Arjuna Jnatum Drashtum Cha Tattvena Praveshtum Cha Parantapa. Bhaktya, it is possible. That's what. Only through exclusive devotion, O Arjuna, can I be truly known, seen, entered into. Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti means anyatvam illatha. There is no even a devotee and a Bhagavan. Ananya Bhakti.
No other.
Ama. Bhaktya Tvananyaya Shakya Ahamevam Vidho Arjuna Jnatum drashtum cha tattvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Only through exclusive devotion, O Arjuna, can I be truly known, seen, entered into. Just as the master violinist becomes one with his music, so too does the devotee become one with the Lord, no longer separate, but united in the purest act of love. This is the highest fulfillment of devotion, to lose oneself, and in doing so, to find the infinite. From there we go to the last sloka, 10th sloka. In November 2008, Mumbai was shaken by a series of terrorist attacks with the iconic Taj Mahal Palace Hotel at the heart of the tragedy. Amidst chaos and fear, Ratan Tata, the chairman of the Tata Group, stood as a pillar of unwavering support for his employees and the families affected. Even as the hotel remained closed for repairs, every employee continued to receive their salary. Support centers were established for those traumatized, and Tata himself visited the homes of those who had lost loved ones, offering personal condolences, practical help. The compensation and care extended to staff and the families went far beyond legal or corporate obligations. It was an expression of deep loyalty and genuine compassion. This episode is not just a story of a corporate responsibility, but a shining example of steadfast devotion and selfless action. Ratan Tata's response in the aftermath of the attack is a living testament to his teaching, showing how loyalty, compassion, and selfless action can transform not only an institution but the lives of hearts of all connected to it. This spirit is beautifully captured in slogan number 55. Mat karmagrud, mat paramo, mat bhaktaha, sangavarjita, nirvairam sarvabhudeshu, yasam apneti pandava. Yasamameti pandava. Mat karmagrud, mat paramo, mat bhakta, sangavarjita, nirvairam sarvabhudeshu, yasa mameti pandava. O Arjuna, one who engages in work, considers me as the supreme, is devoted to me, is free from attachment, without enmity toward any being, such a person comes to me. Ratan Tata's loyalty to his people created a bond that no external attraction, be it money, fame, or opportunity, could shake. The employees, in turn, felt a sense of purpose and belonging that inspired them to give their best, knowing they were supported by a leader who truly cared. In any field of work, our efforts are never isolated. We are supported by countless visible and invisible factors, mentors, colleagues, systems, and even the unseen hand of destiny. When our loyalty and devotion are anchored deeply in a person, institution, or a high ideal, our actions become purposeful, resilient, rising above personal gain or fleeting distractions. Actually, when we took up this 11th chapter, we were wondering, like first chapter, what is there to say? He has explained about so many things. How can we bring a example for each and everything? Then it cannot be, because he has brought it out with a purpose. And definitely whatever he makes us to see, it must have already taken place. So again, with that perspective, we started digging out. Then these revelations came one by one. So Samuel Hahnemann, Dr. Kavida's attitude, alcohol preserves medicinal elements, man switching on the light and dwelling on the marvels of engineering, every ending is but a new beginning in disguise, earthquake in Armenia, trusted his father's promise to protect him, obstinate partner realizes his fault, Meera's spiritual awakening comes by letting go, violinist's sense of self dissolves while playing music, Ratan Tata's response to the terrorist attack on the Taj Hotel in Mumbai. So this is how the 11th chapter ends. Now we move to the 12th. Chapter 12 contains a tender dialogue on the path of Bhakti Yoga. Arjuna asks a timely question: is it better to worship the formless absolute or the personal divine? The Lord compassionately explains that while both paths lead to Him, the path of devotion to a personal form is more accessible to most seekers. This chapter beautifully outlines the qualities of a true devotee, one who is humble, forgiving, free from hatred, ever content, seeing God in all in God. Devotion here is not mere emotion, it is a steady offering of the heart, anchored in surrender and guided by inner purity. The essence of chapter 12 lies in this gentle assurance: God accepts every offering made with love, however small. In times of doubt, it invites us to turn to Him, not with perfection, but with sincerity. For such a heart, He promises, I become the swift deliverer from the ocean of samsara. Insights. Love is the shortest path to the divine. Sincere devotion melts barriers that intellect and effort often cannot. God accepts even a leaf, a flower, a drop of water if offered with love. Devotion is not about rituals, it is the surrender of ego at the altar of love. Peace comes when we let go of control, trust the Lord completely. He who expects nothing, harms none, forgives all, is dear to Lord. The qualities of a devotee are more important than the form of worship. True bhakti begins where pride ends. Humility is the fragrance of devotion. Even if the formless is supreme, the personal form helps the heart relate and surrender. Bhakti purifies the mind, prepares it for deeper realization. The Lord becomes the swift redeemer for one who takes exclusive refuge in Him. To love without possessiveness, to serve without seeking a reward, this is bhakti in action. Bhakti is not about doing more, but about becoming less. Less of me, more of thee. Two patients, Raman and Rajesh, shared a hospital room. Raman's bed was next to a window. Every day he had described in vivid detail the beautiful scenes outside: children playing, trees swaying, colors of the sky, painting pictures that his roommate cherished deeply. Through these moments, both felt joy and connection with the world beyond. This continued for over a month. Then one morning, Raman passed away. Rajesh, feeling a great void, asked to be moved to the bed by the window, hoping to experience what his friend once described. But when he looked out of the window, he was shocked. He could see only a blank wall and none of enthralling scene described by Raman. Rajesh called out to the nurse and inquired about the wall. She lovingly explained, Raman was blind, but he spoke what you longed to hear, to comfort you. In doing so, he gave both of you something beautiful to hold on to. When this episode was shared with a friend, it reminded him of Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 12, shloka number 4. Samniyamendriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te papnuvanti mameva sarvabhuta hiterata. Having controlled their senses, balanced in thought and devoted to the welfare of all beings, such souls attain me alone. Raman had no sight but infinite vision. He lived not for himself but only for the joy of another, a true expression of seeing the divine in selfless service. Sanniyem indriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te papnuvanti mameva sarva bhuta hiterata. Shraddha grew up in a family where her grandmother often made fresh ghee at home. As a child, Shraddha would watch in fascination as liters of milk were first boiled, then left to curdle into yogurt. The yogurt was then churned to extra butter, and finally the butter was gently heated until it transformed into golden aromatic ghee. Shraddha always marveled at how something as pure and long-lasting as ghee could emerge from an ordinary milk, which itself would spoil in just a day or two if left unattended. One day Shraddha asked her grandmother, "Why can't we see the ghee in the milk straight away?" Her grandmother smiled and replied, "The ghee is always there, hidden within the milk. But to see it, the milk must go through many stages, curdling, churning, heating. Only then does the essence reveal itself." As Shraddha grew older, began to explore spiritual ideas, she realized how this process mirrored her own journey. She found it easy to focus on tangible things, her studies, her relationship, her goals. But when she tried to meditate on the formless divine, she struggled. One evening, reflecting on her childhood memories, Shraddha understood the wisdom of the ghee making process. The mind, being attached to the body and the world of forms, finds it challenging to worship or meditate upon the formless absolute. Just as it takes time and effort to extract ghee from milk, it requires patience, discipline, and grace to move from worshipping the tangible to realizing the unmanifest essence within. This is precisely what Lord Krishna teaches in Shloka number 5 of chapter number 12. Klesho adhigadaras tesham avyakta sakta chedasam avyakta hi gadir dukkham dehavadbhir vapyate. Greater is the trouble for those whose minds are set on the unmanifest. Worship of the unmanifest is exceedingly difficult for embodied beings, as the mind can only hold on to what is knowable. Ghee is the essence of milk but remains unseen until a refining process is applied. The milk goes through various stages and being heated to become ghee. Milk spoils quickly, ghee remains pure and long-lasting. How God has placed before us all these things, but at least now, through all these visible objects, something probably many of us are doing it. Some of us are buying ghee, but many of us might be doing it or might have done it. Now we remember when we used to come here previously, every day our Shankuni's mother, she used to limited cows, so they will have ghee. And she will bring the ghee to Mataji's room. When we sit in Mataji's room, she used to bring. Mataji will look at it and then say, "Okay, take it." We did not, we thought, okay, any product Mataji should see. Now I find Mataji was trying to convey to us silently that this ghee has come to me not without effort. It has to undergo a process, then only it will come. Similarly, he is there in your heart, but there is a process by which you have to undo all those things, remove. Then only you will know that. That which was there visible should go, Then only the invisible can be felt or experienced. Wonderful principle. Yes, now we understand that. Religiously, they will come and show to Mataji. Mataji will look at it intently then she will say, yes, you can take it. At that time, Mataji did not give a lecture, but he made us to join that. No? In the case of coconut oil, we did it. This ghee also we have done. As a part of our daily routine to assist mother. She will make us to pour a little buttermilk in the night. Next day she will ask us to do the churning. We have done the churning. And then to collect the butter. Then in a china chatti it will be put. And now we understand how the aroma comes. Then it will be cooled. Then afterwards it will be transferred to the bottle. And at the time of our eating, 1 spoon of ghee, it also will be given to us. We were told that it is good for digestion. But this we were never told, nor did we try to understand. And it is very difficult. The greater is the trouble for those whose minds are set on the unmanifest. Worship of the unmanifest is exceedingly difficult for the embodied beings, as the mind can only hold on to what is knowable. Ghee is the essence of milk but remains unseen until a refining process is applied. The milk goes through various stages, curdling, churning into butter, then being heated to become ghee. Milk spoils quickly, but ghee remains pure and long-lasting. We move to the third sloka. Field Marshal Sam Manakshaw, one of India's most respected military leaders, embodied a life of discipline, courage and deep sincerity. Even after retirement, his allegiance to the nation did not fade. Quietly, without public fanfare, he donated his entire retirement benefits, a sum of rupees 1.25 crores, to the Army Relief Fund to support soldiers and their families. Years later, when Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, then President of India, visited him at his residence in Kunur, Sam was bedridden and frail. Seeing Dr. Kalam enter the room, Sam's eyes lit up. With a voice marked by humility and honor, he said, "I regret I cannot rise and salute my president." It was not just a greeting, it was the expression of his soul, deeply immersed in duty. Even at the edge of life, his body was weak, spirit stood tall. Sam Manakshaw did not chase recognition or personal gain. His life was a silent offering, filled with commitment, precision, integrity. Every action, every decision came from a place anchored in higher values. The depth of character, shaped by unwavering sincerity, reveals an inner riches few possess. This spirit reflects in the essence of slogan number 7. तेषामहं समुद्धर्तं मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरेत् पार्था मय्यावेशित चेतसाम्. तेषामहं समुद्धर्तं. For those whose minds are fully absorbed in me, I swiftly deliver them from the ocean of birth and death. Mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachiret prartha maya veshita chetasam. When our thoughts and actions are consistently offered in a spirit of selflessness, with no carelessness, irregularity or ego, the divine takes over. Such a life does not drown in the waves of samsara. Instead, it is lifted, carried, fulfilled, not through external rituals, but through the purity of intention and constancy of dedication. Sam did not speak of spirituality. He lived it through honor, service, and a deep reverence for duty. He did not preach spirituality. Because spirit is already there, You and I, we are not aware, but he started expressing it from that platform, from that level. Arav, a teenage chess prodigy from Chennai, was known for his remarkable memory and sharp tactical play. Yet, in high stakes of tournaments, he often lost to less experienced players. His flaw? Overanalysis. He spent so much energy anticipating his opponent's every move that he lost sight of his own. One day after another disappointing match, Arav sat down with his mentor, a former international master. The mentor smiled and said gently, Arav, your opponent is not your enemy. Your real challenge is your restless mind. Don't react to their game, trust yours. Those words sank deep. Arav began to change. He no longer stared obsessively at the opponent's pieces. Instead, he turned inward, anchoring his mind in clarity and his intellect in trust. He played not with fear or second guessing, but with calm focus and steady function. Slowly but surely, his game transformed. Victory was no longer about outwitting others, it became about mastering his own mental field. What changed was not his skill, but his center. This inner centering reflects the guidance of sloga number 8 in chapter number 12. Mayyeva mana adasva mayabuddhim niveshaya nivasishyasya mayyeva ata urdhvam na samshaya. Fix your mind only on me. Place your intellect in me. You shall dwell in me alone without doubt. When the mind wavers in 1,000 directions and the intellect chases uncertainty, life becomes a battlefield of anxiety. But when both are placed in the divine or in a quiet space of focused trust, we gain an inner refuge, a sanctuary untouched by outer outcomes. Arav's victory began within, long before the first move was made on the board. Mayyeva manahadasya mayibuddhim niveshaya. Very important points, Previously when we were reading, we were only textual meaning. We move to chapter slogan number 5. Basumati, a young teacher, freshly appointed in a rural government school, had dreams of shaping lives and staying rooted in daily prayer and spiritual discipline, but reality was far from easy. The school lacked basic amenities, children came from difficult backgrounds. Basumati's days began before sunrise, cleaning the classroom, preparing lessons, handling emotional outbursts, and walking miles to visit absent students' homes. By night, she was too exhausted even to chant or sit in silence. Initially, guilt plagued her. She missed her fixed prayer hours, her daily readings, her formal connection with the divine. But one evening, after a particularly tiring day, she sat on the classroom floor, surrounded by scattered notebooks, and whispered, Lord, I can't find you in my schedule. Please accept my day as my prayer. My day as my prayer. Very deep points. All of us, Today I was totally busy. I couldn't do Ramanam the way in which I was doing. We all say that. I can't find you in my schedule. Please accept my day as my prayer. That night, something shifted. From then on, she began each class with a silent intention. This is for you. Every lesson taught, every child guided, every tear wiped became her offering. The classroom turned into her temple, the chalk her incense, and her teaching a quiet form of worship. Her joy deepened. The children bloomed. She did not have time to her rituals, yet the divine presence seemed closer than ever. This gentle transformation mirrors slogan number 10 from chapter number 12. Beautiful. Abhyasepya samartosi mat karma paramo bhava madharmamapi karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. Lord says, even if you don't do it, you do everything for me, that is enough. Whatever karma you do, let us see English version. If you are unable to constantly remember me with the devotion, then work for me. By doing all actions for my sake, you shall attain perfection. Abhyasepya samartosi mat karma paramo bhavaha madattam karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. Not everyone can live in caves or chant all day, but we can all sanctify our work when it is done not for praise, result or duty alone, but as an offering to the divine. When this shift happens, every action becomes a step toward perfection and life itself becomes prayer. Life itself becomes prayer. Today, 2-3 points came, directly affecting us. What are they? Forget about everything. Either study. Something directly coming to us.
Meera Swamiji, she's saying that first was Meera's. You can let go and
let go all disciplines. Means it's not the stopping.
He is present with us. No one is present within us. He's always with us.
I am chanting Ram Nam. Purpose is to know who is making me to chant. Simple. I am chanting Ram Nam to know that he is making me to chant. I am doing bhajan to know that we are glorifying his presence. I am reading books to know that he is making me to read. Beautiful. And then ghee. That is visible, but it does not become visible normally. Only it is invisible. The invisible is made visible by a process. So we have layers and layers and layers, and unless we remove that, Papa, that beautiful quotation, the day will come when?
You have to go in the nakedness of your soul.
Nakedness of the soul. All these things are appendages, we have put on ourselves. So the process is important. So we should know the process. Papa bluntly says, even if you do that for 100 years, even Rama chanting, you will be there where you are, if you don't bring in this dimension.
He said arrows will hit the mark. There's no point in pulling and pulling.
Today we could do that before Ram Nam chanting. So that, at least we will know. We are not doing that just because 11:30 to 12:15 is allotted for Ramnam. Mataji wanted us to do that so that we try to intensely connect ourselves with that power which makes us to chant Ramnam.
And then Vasumati Swamiji, she dedicates the entire day to God.
Entire day to God.
And even that Sam,
Huh?
that bedridden
Huh?
soldier, bedridden soldier,
Hari?
bedridden soldier, Abdul Kalam goes.
Yeah. No, that's okay. But this is very mat karma, no? No. Mat paramo bhaktaha. Huh?
Have to go with Tatas also, she said. Tatas
Children
also.
are chanting Ramnam. When children are chanting Ramnam,
Children
Huh?
they never think that, but Papa is making them do. Adi Prithvirika Sambyapa.
Yeah?
Children are chanting Ram Nam. They are chanting because Papa is making them do. Then
Don't be guided. We let us look upon ourselves. Then we will know the answer. Are we realizing that when we take to Ramnam chanting, that he is making us to chant? Are we realizing? That is important. Or are we trying to realize? All these years we have been chanting, but are we? So now what we are doing
He
is,
is making us to chant only.
what, uncle?
And we assume that he makes us to chant.
it is all right, nothing wrong in assuming that. Are we feeling that? If we are feeling that we have, it is okay, 100% right. So we have to, each one has to check up. Are we doing it purely for the session? Or are we feeling that God is now giving us a program to chant His name so that we will slowly realize that He is making us to chant? We have to see for ourselves. The ultimate goal is to become aware that He is behind everything. In everything it may not be possible for us. So we are trying to do it during at least Ramnam session. And if we are in a position to experience that behind Ramnam session, it will definitely help us to bring Him into the behind slowly one by one. Otherwise, what happened? We can know ourselves. Whether we have started feeling that He is making us to chant. Assumption is the first one, agreed. We assume and then He said, but are we moving towards that experience? We may be moving, but we are not aware. But we should try to become aware. Not as a disincentive to what we are doing. Because the simple reason is, before Ramnam chanting or before any of these disciplines, He has been with us. He does not demand anything. In Thus speaks Ramdas, he says, there is a veil of ignorance that prevents us from knowing His presence. So remove that parda. That is the only job. Whatever I do ultimately should zero to this. So whenever I am not, I must from the bottom of my heart, I must cry, plead, appeal to Him. You made me to do so many things, but you are still not a living reality. You are a distant reality. Assuming means a distant reality, Living reality is that we feel He is doing it.
Yes, Swamiji, that is the truth.
Yeah?
All said and done,
She's saying
there
yes,
is
that
a
is the
deep
truth.
chasm.
So we are now evaluating ourselves and try to become more and more earnest in praying. By our effort we cannot, agreed, because all of us want that. It has not become a reality. So now we are trying for pleading him to intervene and then make us aware. I am doing it, you sit down, chup jab baito. That feeling we should get. You are not doing it. Why are you unnecessarily assuming that you are doing it? Are we moving toward that? I think next we will take
Fusion
up.
also, Swami, that was also very striking. That when the violinist plays, then the bowstring, the music, everything blends into it. The individuality is completely lost.
That is why in the initiation, when Nama initiation is given, Papa is talking about the sweetness. Most of us may not understand what is that. What is sweetness? And why we are not in a position to enjoy that sweetness? He says it depends upon the repeater. When we are governed by the low passions of the heart, we cannot find the Nama sweet. So then that is why though sugar is sweet, when we have got the fever, it tastes bitter. So we throw it away. Then we go to the doctor, get the medicine, and then we find the sugar is sweet. Similarly, Baba Roga, no? Because of our priorities for so many things else other than him, we are unable to feel the sweetness. So when we go to a doctor means a guru, he prescribes certain techniques by which we try to go beyond this Baba Roga. So there he says, the drinker and the drink become one. You drink and drink and drink until the drink and the drinker and the drink become one. There is no drinker there. He also says the taste, you not become the taster, taste itself, sweetness itself. These are some of the words he gives us so that we can try to move in that direction.
Swamiji,
When
the sought after is in everybody, where then the seeking arises? When the sought after is in each and everybody's heart, the seeking has got its own value.
Seeking is there so long as the seeker is there, no?
Yes.
Sense of individuality. We have to seek. We have to seek until we know that seeking.
We have to seek.
Until know that we are seeking because he made us to seek. That's all. And that moment the seeker is not there.
Yes, yes.
Because we have got a sense of individuality in everything. Why should we say that he is doing everything? That is, somebody said, it has not become a reality to us. So until it becomes a reality, we have to keep on seeking. Self-effort.
Yes, sir.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, जय जय राम ओम
Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om to everybody.
Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam.
Namaskaram Swamiji.
Pranam.
Namaskaram Swamiji.